My video is super hot, man. Why you not helping me with the video, Kitty? That's wrong.
What you mean?
I told you I wanted you to play the video. You know I'm slow. Put the wig out. Take the wig off. Take the wig off. Take off the funky naps. Take out the funky naps. All the funky naps.
Where we at?
Where we at?
I'm coming back. Booyah. What's up, y'all? We back. Once again, it's the Bronx Weekly Show. We here every Thursday at 9 p.m. LA correspondent is in the building, Buff Patterson, and our special guest already checked in. Harlem, Portland on Instagram, y'all. I mean, I've known her for 20 years at least. One of the beautiful Black artists here in New York City that's been an author for years. I want y'all to show us some love right now. Give it up for Renee Watson, y'all. Yeah. It's people clapping. It's people clapping.
I hear that. I hear that.
Okay, Tino just tapped in. That's the Punisher. Every week he gives us his puns of the week. So this
we ready.
Our own variety show. We different shades of comedy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Our guest, Tino, man, listen, man. So back in Portland, Oregon, back in the 90s, we started this Love Jones. Me and Ebro. It was like comedy. It was not comedy. It wasn't comedy. It was poetry and live music.
Right.
And it was a lot of good authors, poets, writers that like passed through there, and she was one of them.
Wow,
and
great.
I didn't know she was gonna be an accomplished writer 20 years later, but here we are. And I knew her the whole time. I knew her before all the book and speaking to different, making speaking engagements and all of that. So can you tell us a little bit, tell the people like where you from and when did you realize that you had a gift?
Well, so first of all, I just have to say, it's just so good to see you. I mean, yes, all these years of knowing you, and it's been a while since we've seen each other in person. So thank you for bringing me on. It's just good to talk with you again. I'm from Portland, Oregon, Black Portland, I'd say. I'm from Northeast Portland, and growing up there in the late 80s and through the 90s, like it really was this tight-knit community, before gentrification. It was like you knew everybody and you went to school with the same people you went to church with, and you saw them, on the weekends, and mamas were looking out for you even if they weren't your mama. So I miss that, and I try to put that in my work when I'm writing. I'm writing a lot from memory and childhood, and also just wanting to put our everyday Blackness that is always beautiful on the page. Not just our struggle, not just the pain, but that we've always loved us. We've always, been able to keep our joy and all of that. And so I write for children, and I want to make sure that young people have books where they can see themselves reflected back to them. I've just always been a writer since I was little, and now I'm doing it professionally, but it's something that I've always just done, as you mentioned.
So like you moved to New York in 2004, right?
2005. Yeah.
2005. I moved in 2004. And I know we had moved around the same time. Okay, where'd you go?
I was finishing my degree as an adult. So I had done undergrad and then moved back to Portland. But in my late 20s, I came back to New York to finish what I started. And I was taking courses on creative arts therapy. So how to use theater and writing to help young people cope with trauma and process what they're going through by using the arts. And one of my classes was about writing a picture book for kids who might be going through something traumatic. And I had just returned from New Orleans. This is right after Katrina. I had just done a lot of work with young people there. And so their stories were in my mind. So I was writing this, not thinking, oh, I'm going to get this published one day. I was just doing this as a class assignment. And afterwards, my professor was like, oh, let's talk. And that was kind of the beginning of me getting published. He really encouraged me to send it out and take myself more serious as a writer. I mean, I always knew I'd be a writer. I never knew that I would be a published writer. And she was like, no, for real though. You need to get an agent. You need to really start putting your work out there. And so that's how it started for me, was that first picture book, which I never thought I'd write for little ones, but that was my first book. Yeah.
Wow. What year was that?
That happened in 2007. And picture books take forever because of the illustration. So even though I wrote it, it took a while, and then they held it for the 5th anniversary of Katrina. So the book came out in 2010, but it happened for me in 2007.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm 10 years published.
Congratulations for that one.
Give it to the sister. Give it to the sister.
For that one. We got to celebrate our accomplishments more often.
Yes, we do.
You know?
We need to tell somebody.
Talk about it, Buff. Talk about it.
You know what I love? I love the fact that, we have such a rich history of being Black. And I love being Black all day, every day. And we need to celebrate you. We need to tell people, other than the Black children need to know they're writers. And, we get our history. And so we need to tell somebody about you. Tell somebody. Look to your left. We're in church. Tell somebody. So we're gonna tell somebody. So we're gonna tell somebody on you today. And we keep telling people about you, because our children need to know that we've had writers and that Renee is important. That the little kids need to know that they are writers. And we need to have the voice and to be loud, because she's somebody. Tell somebody. So we at church today. Can we preach? Preach. Get up on the pulpit and tell somebody. Somebody. Testify. Wow.
So I was following one of your posts, and I saw that you spoke with some children. I guess it was a Zoom. Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah, how was that?
Yeah.
What was that about?
Oh my goodness. So first of all, it was extremely special because I was speaking to kids that are at the elementary school that I went to. So Vernon Elementary School.
Right. I went to Vernon.
No, you didn't. Are you serious?
I went to Vernon. I went to King. I went to Holy Redeemer, Benson.
What? I didn't know that. So yeah, I was. It always means a lot to me when I'm talking with young people. I mean, my favorite part of being an author is meeting the people I'm writing for, right? But it was extremely special because these were babies in the school that I grew up in and in the neighborhood that I love. And so it was really, really special to talk with them. I read a little bit and then mostly just took questions, and they had great questions. And like you said, Buffy, they're trying to figure out who they are, what their dreams are. And so it just felt like a beautiful moment to share with them. I come from the same place that you come from. I'm living my dream. There have been challenges. It is hard, but it is possible. So yeah, it was fun and real meaningful.
Right. Oh man, that is beautiful. Yeah, Vernon. I didn't know. I see. That's why you got to inquire and see what's going on. So after that first book, what was the next project?
Now I know 2 Black people from Portland. Y'all ain't represented. Oh, yeah.
When I say that joke, that's just a joke. Every city, especially those little towns, got like a little Black community, and usually
we everywhere.
Those little like Seattle is like the nice city. Portland is the gully town. You understand? So our blackness was a little more black. And, you know, it's just a thing. You know, I guess I don't know, but she know what I'm talking about. They just a little more like cultured up there. You know.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
You know,
yes,
we was more like, this is the hood. With Northeast Portland, Northeast Portland was the hood growing up. We had end of the summer
more
jams
so back in the day than now. Yeah, for sure. That's funny. And you know, I write about Portland. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of my books take place in Portland because, you know, I feel like we're not. Well, there's Portlandia, right? But Black folks are erased from that show. So I want to make sure that people have stories about what it's like to be Black growing up in the Pacific Northwest. Because when I moved to New York and I would say where I'm from, people would, you know, what? There's Black people there? And I'm like, yes, there are. So joke. I definitely wanted people to know we're there and we are there in numbers. I mean, we're not. Oregon is white, but Portland, you know, that's where a lot of the people of color are. So, yeah, I write about Portland a lot.
I love that because you know what? Our history is so rich, but the point is people don't know that where we are. We're everywhere. We really are everywhere.
We really are.
And you got a chocolate woman talking about, you know, I'm not going to tell you this joke because it's bad, but it's real bad. But reparations, light-skinned people, they're going to get checks. Like, nigga, you ain't no nigga. And all the light-skinned people talking about, but you got that wavy hair. Like, if you 25%, you're not 25%, more than 25%, like, you're not going to get a check. So all these Black people walk around saying, I'm mixed. No, nigga, you ain't going to get a check. You ain't going to get a check. We only want 100% Negroes with checks. It's going to be bad. I'm telling you. Kamala ain't gonna get
it's gonna be bad. It's really gonna happen that any of us are getting checks.
You know what I'm saying? They'll be like,
it will happen one day.
Right?
You think it's gonna happen, huh?
Prove your blackness. You got to prove your blackness. White people will be like, I need a check. Nah, nigga, you wasn't a nigga yesterday. You're gonna be a nigga today. It's gonna be bad.
I'm just gonna go in there. I'm just gonna go in there, and they're gonna be like, oh yeah.
Kenny, you might not be Black enough. We need to see a DNA, man.
You go ahead, bro.
They're not going.
I got a free pass.
It's really bad. It's really bad in LA. Let me tell you a story. It's really bad in LA. When I got my nails done yesterday, and it was so funky. I was gonna be a suspect, a witness, or a victim.
What?
I was in the hood. The little Asian people get beat up at least once a day. It's not people coming with gangrene on their toes. South Central is a real place.
You went there?
I was gonna get a witness, a victim, or a suspect.
You can't be like a Trump. Don't go where you shouldn't be.
Getting their nails done in a parking lot out here, and it's rough. I'm talking like, you know, what's your name, baby? You know what I'm saying? You can get some chicken in the parking lot and get your nails done at the same time. It's a situation out here. If you don't see me next week, Kenny, I got caught up. I'm just letting you know. I'm in the cut.
Keep your mask on. Keep on your mask.
It's not even about the mask. It's about you better have hands. I live in the hands part of LA. You better got hands, catching hands. Damn. Rough.
Are they shutting LA down? Are they shutting LA back down?
No, it's in pockets. In LA, it's all about economics. So if you got money, you probably don't wear a mask as much. But if you don't got no money, you masked up, gloved up.
Is that how they do it?
Yeah, it is. It's like, you know, it's the weirdest thing in the dichotomy of LA is like, it seems like people of color are more necessarily living in fear. And the people with the money are actually out there running around like it's no COVID. It's insane. And I live in the hood. I don't even lie, Kenny. I invited you over, but
in New York, you got different neighborhoods that they shutting down. Different area codes. They shut down like 9 area codes, and then you got people that's protesting them shutting it down. They didn't protest when Black lives was getting killed, but they protesting when they shutting them down because they not practicing protocol for COVID.
Well, they practicing in the hood. I mean, you can't. You got to get your nails done. You got to be suited and booted and everything. And people be in there fighting in there with the getting their nails done. I done seen some stuff. I was like, man, this ain't that serious. Now I'm gonna go to the white area and get my nails done next because I'm not trying to.
Sound racist.
It is racist, man. I gotta get my nails done right. You know, Renee ain't playing. Renee need to get her hair done. She ain't playing with the Negroes. We all black up in this room. We can tell the truth. With some people, we just don't deal with because we got to get our services done right, man. I ain't trying to get hurt up in here. I love my people, but I don't love them enough to get hurt. You know,
so you saying it's a need for every different culture, you know? Because every culture is.
You know, people I say, well, I'm light skinned. Well, I'm a nigga.
It specializes in different things.
I'm still black. I'm black. I'm a black woman. I can go in any room. Everybody knows I'm a black woman. They don't ever say, but oh my God, are you white? Oh my God, no, you're black. So economically, you know, we black. We all look. We got Renee got the straight, silky straight. Hey, Renee, I like that girl. I like that hair. You got Tino over there wearing the braids. They got you over here not consider. I don't know what you got, kid. You got braids, dookie braids. You got a fade at the top. You got lined at the top.
Man, I got that's diamond dust. Don't trip.
You got diamond dust. We're all different, but we all share the same cultural thing. We're all black all day. We got an author, we got a barber, we got a punisher, and we got me. So we all share the same thing. And when we can speak together as a collateral group, without other people, we could tell the truth. Is that some of us be like, come on, people, pull your socks up. You know, Renee pulled her socks. Renee is a person that our children aspire to be. I want my children to aspire to be, they can be writers and be creators and winners. And as comics, we have a voice. That is what we are. We aspiration is what gives our culture air and energy, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're creative people. I think it's in us to tell stories, share stories, hold on to who we are, that heritage, that legacy. So even if it's not writing, I think dancing, music, visual art, even what Kenny does, like that's an art form to be able to do what he does. And I hope that I don't necessarily want to inspire young people to be an author. I want to inspire them to be who they want to be and know that they can do it. And again, I always say, not the cheesy way, like live your dream. You can do it. Because most dreams are really, really hard to actually accomplish. And I think we do a disservice when we tell, especially Black children, to just dream it and it happen. But I think there is something to hold on to about knowing where you come from and who your ancestors are, and that they did the impossible in so many ways, and that is within us too, so that we can work towards the things that feel impossible. It felt impossible for me to move to New York on my own and live by myself and make this new life for myself. So yeah, big dreams, small dreams, real practical stuff. I think it's important for our young people to know that they can do it too.
Right. So tell me this.
Yes.
We're gonna get a little political. I know most people are following what's going on with the presidential election and debates that have been going on and all of that. Like as a just a American, how you feel about the two debates that they've had so much? Just both the presidential and the vice president.
I mean, I don't know what to say about it. I'm frustrated, angry, disappointed, not surprised, but still all those other feelings that I just said, right? So like I have a lot of anger right now about what's happening in our country. And because it didn't have to be this way, right? And I'm just kind of over the conversations about, I can't believe it's this bad, and this is not America. This is America. It has always been America. So I'm not surprised. I'm just really angry and frustrated that people can just lie and nobody really checks that.
You know what the word is? What? You know what the word is? The word is exasperated.
Yes, that is the word.
Because it's what's happening. We are feeling this. And then while we're in the midst of feeling it, while the world is sitting still during the pandemic, and we watch this man put his knee on that man's neck and die in front of us, you still told us that you was worried about what his record was. And then we still waiting for that young lady Breonna Taylor's verdict. And then y'all come out with this wonton so that this shooting this wall is more important than this dead moment that you guys are not, no one has accounted for. Nobody is, getting any type of charge for it. And it's just ridiculous that y'all doing this right in front of our face.
Yeah.
While you seeing the whole world is saying Black Lives Matter, and on TV, on the NFL, NBA, on different like Amazon, everybody is like, if you don't do that, then people ain't gonna support you. And then y'all still coming up with the same verdicts, and it's exasperation.
It is. Yeah. I'm emotionally
What do we
exhausted.
do? What do we do? If we work hard, y'all still pull the rug from under us. It's like, why do y'all hate us so much? Are y'all scared of us? Do y'all think that we want to try to take over stuff because that's what you've been doing? Because that's not what we just want y'all to stop killing us. We're not in no organization called Black Lives Matter. We just mean that literally.
Exactly.
Well said.
Well said.
Tino, you want to hit him with some puns right now? Right now.
It feels a little tense in here. Yeah.
That's why I wanted to get that moment so you can get total control right now.
Yeah. Actually, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with this female cop. Yeah. She was stunning. All right, guys. All right. Yeah. My girlfriend cheated on me with a deodorant vendor, right? Yeah. It's no secret.
Wow.
Yeah. I met a sexy receptionist, at the lab. She was one fine specimen. A little stumble there, all right.
We hear you.
Yeah, man. I told you I had to break up with this lawyer. Yeah. She was always on my case. Yeah. And this is one for the writer, the Renee here. Yeah. I also got done by a female author, I guess that's all she wrote. All right. That was for you.
That she wrote. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I was in court for robbing a library. Yeah. They just threw the book at me. Yeah, man. I did a joke on Instagram about stalkers. Yeah. It got me followers.
I need to do that. I need to be
Oh boy. I gotta do one for Kenny, man. I gotta do one for Kenny. Where's the one for Kenny I did? Yeah. Yeah, they closed down, the barber schools, right? You know why? Budget cuts. Yeah. I broke up with this woman that I met while at Bellevue. Yeah. We were bipolar opposites. All right, guys. That was all right.
See, not that many. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. No. Please help me out here. Come on. A couple more. Yeah.
What's your pun of the week?
Yeah. Shit. I'm dating a photographer that's ashamed of me. Yeah. She keeps me in the dark. All right, Kenny. That's it from the punning corner. Thank you very much.
The Punisher.
Thank you, guys.
So, Renee, what project did you have after the first one?
Oh, a novel. So the first book was a picture book, and then I wrote a novel for like middle grade students, middle school students. And they came out it came out in the same year, the summer of 2010. I published 2 books. So it was nice because you have a lot of anxiety about what's your next project. But for me, having both of them come out so closely together, it felt like it took the edge off of worrying about what the second book was going to be. So 2010, I published 2 books, and then the next book came out in 2012. Yeah.
Nice. So that's 3 books now. And that's 2012. Hold on. We in 2020.
Yeah.
We in
Well,
2020. We're in
years.
2020. If 2 came out in 2010, you doing some Master P type shit now. You know,
I do. I have 11. I have 12 books.
Wow.
Now see,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's like some Beverly Cleary type shit. Like, are you kidding me? That's what I was trying to get at right there. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Wow.
So sometimes I do 2 a year. It just depends. I don't know. I don't even know how I've been able to create that much in a relatively short amount of time. So I'm just grateful and thankful that my publisher still wants stories from me and that I still have ideas. So as long as I have ideas, I'm gonna keep writing.
Yeah.
Damn. See, did you see how that ended? 12 books. 12 books. And in 10 years since the first publishing. So that's some real amazing, some masterpiece.
She's on a
That's
roll.
the masterpiece.
Master P, that is so funny.
I mean, if you wow, you can that could be a little story though, because a lot of people don't realize, man, and that's a lot of hard work to keep flipping. Like that's not easy, you know.
So think of it this way: a dozen books, a dozen.
Yeah, a dozen. Yep, that is what it is. It's wild. It is a wild thing. Yeah, but I'm having fun. I'm loving it. So,
I mean, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Man, in 5 years, I would love to. You know that I have a performance background. I love to write something for the stage or for film. So movie or TV show or play. There's something about people speaking your words that I think is powerful and cool to see. So yeah, I would love to branch out into that. And one of my books is becoming a movie. I'm not writing the screenplay though, so I would like to write a movie like from scratch. That's not one of my books, but one of my books is being adapted into a movie for HBO.
What's the name of it?
Piecing together.
Oh man!
Wow!
So it's very new. We just announced it. I think maybe it's about a month now that the news was shared, and we're at the very beginning stages. So I don't know anything else about who's going to be in it. What's it's very, 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 very early, but it is happening. So that is very exciting. So up until recently, that was one of my bucket list, goals is to have one of my books adapted. So that is exciting that I can soon check that off and celebrate that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
congrats.
Congrats again.
That's a huge celebration.
It really is. I think about it often and always. I don't think it will ever be old news to me. I will always be excited about that. It's from a special book too. Piecing me together. Like I said, a lot of my books take place in Portland, and this one really is like in the heart of North Portland. Kenny, like near Roosevelt. This girl goes to school. That is Roosevelt, but I don't call it that in the actual book. So it's just special to me because it really is exploring race and class and gender and how they kind of intersect in Portland. And so it's a very Portland book. So I'm proud that that's the one that's becoming a movie, that we get to see Black Portland on the screen.
Yeah. Oh man.
I love the fact that when you said it's not about being a writer, it's really about a kid's finding their dream and what they want to be and knowing that they can be that. And no limit. No limit. There's never. And you know what? I think, when I was growing up, Kenny, all of us, we probably didn't have limits. I could be whatever I want. I never thought we couldn't be the president. I never thought we could be doctors or lawyers. I just never thought we could. I mean, I saw doctors that were black doctors worked in my community. So I never thought black people couldn't be. When I was in LA, we had a black mayor from the beginning forever. So I never thought what we couldn't do. You know, Martin Luther King told us we could do anything. And then our history, when you read our history, I never thought what a black man couldn't do because I already knew we could do it. Because for me, the path was already out there for us.
Yeah.
So thank you for inspiring to say I could be this and I get my movie adapted, book adapted to a movie. Hey, what?
Thank you.
Okay, there she goes, Camille Theobald with her recreations. You ready? You up and ready to go?
I'm ready. Congrats, Renee. That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was
very
backstage
much.
listening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, let me get something up here. You guys gotta let me know if you don't hear it. Okay.
Push share audio after you push share screen.
I'm telling you, that doesn't come up as an option.
What kind of computer is that?
It says, okay, look for a share audio checkbox in the next window. Okay. Where does it say share audio?
Right
I say
there on
share.
the left.
I see share and I see application window and I see Chrome tab. Share audio isn't an option.
Push Chrome.
I'm just gonna do entire screen because that worked last time.
Tino.
Yeah, we ready.
Yeah, juicy.
You ready?
I just added you.
Added. Okay. Now I had it up. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, found it. I'm trying to make it so you don't see yourselves a million times. Okay, ready?
We can't hear it. It say black people. Share audio.
There's no share audio. You want me to show you? You can see my screen. There's gonna be a crazy thing.
Put the porn off there. Get the porn off there.
I love it.
There's stop sharing. There's no share audio. Unfortunately.
Dang.
We're having a little technical difficulties, folks.
Oh, something? No. Nope. Absolutely not. I hope it sucks. Wow. I hope it sucks. What the fuck? I hope it emotionally scars you for the rest of your life. Do you want to form an alliance with me? Absolutely, I do. Good. Excellent.
Did you hear any of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You and the wine are best friends.
We have formed an alliance.
There you go. Camille Theobald. You formed that alliance with the wine.
Oof.
Whose lips did you use? Now we can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Now I can hear
Oh
you.
yeah, there it goes. Oh, you got your. Ever since you got that haircut, you've been throwing that hair around.
It's so annoying. I hate long hair. But my boyfriend likes it, so whatever.
Ooh, look at you. Pleasing your neighbor.
It's what we do.
So how you been?
I've been good.
Did you see the debate? Did you see the debate last night?
Yeah. I know that Kamala was trying to be super respectful, but there were moments when I was like, stop him. He's dumb. You have to stop what he's saying. He's saying dumb shit. He was so calm and collected, and I was like, I can appreciate it, but you're letting him say things I don't want him to say. Because, oh man, it was really pissing me off. I was yelling at the screen. But she made some really good points, which I think was good. He said a lot of shit that I really wanted her to clap back on. Because I feel like when she went up against Biden and that huge debate with like 10 of them, she had a moment where her clapbacks were like amazing. And so I really wanted a moment of that, but she was very calm and collected. But she did have some good clapbacks. They were just about specific points that she wanted to make, which I get. You got to stay on.
I feel like neither one of them answered any questions. They both just said what they wanted to say before they came to the debate. They was like, "I'm getting these points across." Because they were moving on to the next subject, and Pence was like, I want to go back to this. And he was like, no, we're talking about. He's like, no, I want to go back. Like, they don't pay no attention to any type of organization or rules. They just
you gotta also understand this thing though is like they're just vice presidents. So when push comes to shove, they're not the one making the decision.
She's going to be her president. No, she's going to be her president because he's going to die and she's going to be your president.
Very possible.
No, it doesn't even matter what he says. It doesn't even matter what he says. She's going to be the president.
How can he be Trump? How can Biden be Trump?
She even said herself. She said under Kamala's whatever, she's going to be the president. Don't even look at what Pence is saying and what Trump is saying. She's going to be the president. I guarantee you, Sleepy Joe going to be asleep, and she's going to be your president. Guaranteed, she's going to be the next president within the next 2 years because he's not going to be able to make it.
I love that optimism.
She's going to be the president, and everybody either that is she going to make him trip and fall.
I want
fall on his forehead.
So much.
You know she's only 5'2".
I want to believe that. I don't want to get my hopes up though.
No, he's gonna.
I don't want to get my hopes
have an accident. He gonna trip and fall on something, and Kamala's gonna be your next president. He's gonna stab on his forehead. She gonna trip him. The next president.
Yesterday during the debate, they can't make any promises because they're not the first ticket. So if she were to make a promise and say, we are definitely doing this and we are definitely going to do this, then she's shooting herself in the foot if they don't get it done. So she can't make any statements like, yeah, we are going to stack the Supreme Court, or we're not going to stack, because it's not her sole decision. So she can't say that. And Mike Pence can't say he's going to do anything either because he's not the fucking president.
But Biden said, Mr. President, you don't like black people. And Trump said, Joe, you don't either. And they're the first ticket. So who do we vote for?
Who got who got $20 on Kamala? Kamala gonna be your next president. You don't believe me? Joe gonna have an accident immediately. She gonna trip his forehead. He gonna be out.
We don't like black people either.
This is what we're deciding against. Okay.
Kamala. It don't matter.
Prosecutor. She been putting people in jail with faulty evidence.
It don't matter. She gonna put them in jail. She gonna still be your president. She gonna be your president. Go ahead and say, Madam President. Madam President. She's gonna be the president. And you're right. She is a prosecutor, but that's his ticket. You can't get mad at the ticket. You got to vote for the ticket. You can't split the ticket.
Yeah.
She's gonna be the president. Kenny. Black people gonna be running and hiding like roaches. It's gonna be bad. They're gonna put all the black people in jail forever. But she's gonna be the president. Trust when I tell you, Kamala is gonna be the president.
That's crazy.
This is what we
matter. You can't split the ticket.
Would you rather? Okay, let me use this in a personal context. When I introduced my boyfriend to my family, I was strategic.
What'd you
Okay,
do?
I'm not going to introduce him to the racist ones first.
Right?
Of course not. I'm going to introduce him to my democratic open side who have they've maybe said some racist things, but overall they have a good heart and they're going to be accepting.
Damn.
So I introduce him to them. I don't introduce them to the Trumps. So this is what we're deciding. Do we decide the Biden side of our family, the Biden who have
We're
said some racist stuff,
Damn.
who may have done things in the past, but hopefully they've learned from it? Or do we have Trump, who's like straight out racist?
That's a bad trade-off.
Fuck. Okay, those are our choices.
That's not a good choice.
It's
Bernie
not good.
Sanders. Can we get Bernie back? Bernie got more energy than all of them.
Who? Bernie.
Bernie got more energy.
Oh my God.
That's the problem. So
You
middle
might
America is scared of Bernie. First of all, middle America has never met a Jewish person in their whole life.
Oh, that's not true. They're everywhere. Believe me.
Okay, but I'm telling you, I grew up in Utah.
Utah? We're from Utah? You never tell you Utah? Damn it.
Yes.
That's a whole other country. Damn.
So I honestly didn't realize I knew a Jewish kid until I became an adult because it wasn't talked about at all. And so first of all, Bernie was just very left, like too extreme. He wasn't willing to compromise. And part of the point of being a president is you have to run an entire country. You can't just run one side of the country. Right now, Trump is only running the far right. Bernie, while I love everything he says, I can understand that other parts of the country get scared. So he has to be somewhat compromising. And he wasn't at all. And I can respect that. And I agree with all of his policies. But he's running an entire country, not just liberal cities. So we have to find someone who's in the middle, who can see both sides, who can come to an agreement that will please more people than not.
So who would you suggest?
Look at Kenny, what are you saying?
You act like you got somebody in mind. Who Kanye
Nobody
West?
in mind, baby. We got
Look, I wanted Elizabeth Warren, but we got Biden, and whatever.
Should have
we got.
Elizabeth Warren.
Well, Kenny, who did you want, Kenny? Who did you want?
Was like Bernie, but she was willing to compromise. Most of her policies were almost exactly like Bernie's, but slightly more to the middle. So I thought she was a great compromise.
Wow.
Kenny, who did you want, Kenny?
Man, I don't like none of these motherfuckers.
Right?
Yeah, we don't got a choice, dude.
Once they said they don't like black people, I'm like, how can I? Who do you vote for when you just watch two dudes say that they don't like black people in front of everybody?
You know what? I was looking at this.
I didn't say that. His whole election banks on the fact that black people in the South like him.
Well, you know what's so funny? Do you know that this country has more rich people of color, black people, than any other country in the world? Black Americans than any other country? Like you and I, Kenny, we could go make a movie and become like, I don't know if there's any black Spielbergs. They don't talk about it. You know, but as far as in like art, that's true, right? I'm lying. And Master P, hey, come on now. We got people out there. But I just love I love history and I love our people. And I love the fact that I look at Booker T. Washington went from a slave to a professor to a presidential advisor. See, people don't know our people. I'm talking like from the inception. Frederick Douglass went from basically a slave to a presidential advisor. That's some bad shit right there.
Yeah.
It's the fact that when black people don't know their history, they don't know how proud to be with your chest out. There were more black millionaires from slavery to the 60s than ever. Like, look, the lady did the hot comb because you know hot comb my hair. I don't know. I just had opportunity. And see, Camille, she came from Utah. Camille, when was your first time you saw a black person? I mean, I'm talking like really interacted with them. I'm sure they had to be in your city because Utah has black people. I've been to Utah.
Yeah. I think, well, actually in preschool, I had a little boyfriend and he was biracial.
Biracial? Okay.
That's where it started.
That's where it started. Started young. And then I never went back. Or I went back a couple times and I regretted it. And then I went back, you know?
That's racist, yo. I love it.
No, but yeah, in preschool I knew a biracial kid, and then in junior high. Yeah.
So
it was definitely mostly white. But I lived in an area where there was a nice diverse cast of people.
The hood.
Okay. All right.
The Utah
drank to
hood.
that. You drank to that. Like I lived in the 8 Mile.
It wasn't quite like 8 Mile, but
but
did you have a nickname in Utah?
Millie.
Millie?
Mm-hmm. Wow, I can see that. I can see that.
That's fire. That's because you really rock on any block too. Now you went from showgirl to
All right, who's gonna pull out the dance? Don't let me do it. Who's gonna pull out the dance?
You know, she know how to do it, Tino. You know she a dancer.
I got food in my hand.
I can't believe you can't pull up my video. I can't even believe you can't pull up video.
Usually, because I don't have no engineer this week.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah. I mean, we still cool, but yeah, no engineer this week.
Well, I have to say something. I have announcements. I know I've been working on my script and trying to get my image trademarked before I put it out in the public. It's been rough. You know, trying to be an artist out here in this world, you know, and trying to cast this movie I'm trying to do is really difficult. But what happened was this, I don't know how y'all feel, but look, I needed to find a job, but I didn't really want to find a job. I'm working on this movie. My movie is my life, right? Well, this dude called me last week and asked me to interview for him for a sales job. I end up getting the job. It's crazy when you're not even looking for something. Something happens with you. And I needed money to finance this movie, and I got it. So I got an acceptance offer today. So now I'm excited because
you like sales?
I've been in sales my whole life, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
I think that's why it's what it is. But and I got the money I wanted, which is good. But it helps. It's going to help me not to look for people to help me finance this movie I'm working on, which is it's really difficult when you're writing a whole script and trying to cast at the same time. And trying to not cast your friends. Friends, I'm like, I was like, oh shit. You know, when you know your friends can't do some shit and they want to do some shit, like some friends want to dance, and you're like, but you don't dance. That's crazy. So now I'm trying to cast people that aren't necessarily, they're good at what they do and not necessarily my friends. And it's really rough because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but it's my movie. I can do what I want, right?
Yeah.
So Kenny, you was here. Because of your look, I have a role for you to be a rogue person. But you don't live here unless we fly you out for a day to just do some filming.
I mean, I do have that type of fly out face. So you know what I mean?
You know what? I just want it to be perfect. And when you're an artist and even a comic and writing, and this is a journey. It's not even just, it's a journey. And nobody can tell you. You just pop up. I study comedy like it's my love. Like I love it. Like it's a lover. And it don't just happen just because you click your fingers. You know, you want to be on, whether it be sketch, Camille the sketch, where you want to be on. I mean, you were in New York where all the like good sketch shit is. I'm in LA where all the, you know, if I could just do 3 commercials a month, I'd be set.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It don't
Bless
come
you.
like that. I just did 3, then I'll see 3 again, hopefully next month. But 3 a month to take care of my shit.
Hey,
yeah.
I have a question about acting. I have a question about acting in commercial because you know I just got the bug to like I got fired, so I'm like, oh shit, I gotta make up for this money. So I started I joined Actors Fest for commercials, and I just
fired.
Yeah, long story. New manager. So so I was trying to hustle with her. I know. But
you want me to call and complain about him?
No. I wanna. You guys inspired me to do acting, so I wanna get into acting more. So I the casting agent hit me 4 or 5 times. So I'm like, I thought I got it, but it's not guaranteed, right? It's for a commercial for whiskey. So I'm like, come on. Let me get my first, my well, it's my second one, but I want that money. It pays $700. So
I'll be real with you. I auditioned like 50 times before I booked my first commercial. At least.
It's horrible. The ratio, you would have to be someone like a masochist. The ratio, like they'll call. Look, I auditioned last week for a 60-year-old woman that was in a hospital. I'm like, what the fuck? You talk about no ego. Like, okay, you can be a 60-year-old woman that's in a hospital that's missing her neighbor. I'm like, what? Have you seen my face? They're like, yeah, bitch, you're 63. What the fuck? Like, you know, I don't care anymore. I don't walk in. I don't put no makeup on. They want me to be old. I'll show up for the gig when they hire me. They're like, well, we kind of want to make you older. I'm like, but why would you pick somebody you got to make older? Like I'm casting for older. Like
60-year-olds want to look like you.
I know, but but I'm like, why not just cast? Oh well, we're gonna have to do something. Put your hair in some kind of weird way. But I don't care anymore. I don't have an ego. If they tell me to like look sad, look happy, do whatever, I have no ego. Pay me, bitch. Pay me.
That's it.
And you can pay.
Show me the money.
They direct deposit the money in your account. I ain't have to go looking for the money. Then give me three a month. I was set. And right now, one of my commercials, Skechers commercials, is running. If you see me, hey, it's running.
Nice. Okay, I'll text you.
Super duper. I've been getting posts that people are seeing
making major moves. That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's gonna come. I'm telling you right
now. I hope it rubs off. I want it to rub off.
I love Camille. I love Tino. I love you, Kenny.
We love you,
I love you guys. I look forward to hearing you guys. I love the inspiration.
So how can we follow you?
Kenny. Follow me. Buff. All right. I got some clips coming, Kenny. It's coming. I got some fire shit. BuffPatterson.com.
So Tino, get ready to audition for Grandpa. Because I've been auditioning for Mom since I was 25. Okay.
What?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
I played a mom of like a 5-year-old kid. Okay.
Wow.
These people are crazy.
They're crazy. Talk to them. Preach.
Well,
tell them how
I
hard
guess
it is.
I'm a whiskey drinker to them, so please, I'll drink whiskey, no problem.
As long as you got that hat on, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but,
Camille, how can we follow you?
Camille Comedy on Instagram. Camille Comedy 2 on TikTok.
Well, y'all can find me at Pandemoniums. PUNDAMINOUS. Good luck finding that one. I don't even know what I said, but try. Do your best.
You can follow me at _TheAverageBlackMan on Instagram and Kenny Warren on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back next week, 9 p.m., same time. Buffy gonna send her clip in a day early if she wants me to put it up.
Well, you don't be talking about me remedial. You be talking about me like that.
And we back in the building, y'all. We'll see you guys next week. It's been a hell of a show. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Love y'all. Peace.